Hi, welcome to our another topic. Andhra Pradesh government, especially TTT, led by TDP, Janasena, and Bharatiya Janata Party in NDA alliance, is ruling Andhra Pradesh state, and TTT, endowment department, is run by government of Andhra Pradesh. And recently, the TTT has decided to build 1,000 temples in Dalit colonies. Here where I got a doubt, I wanted to close it very short and nutshell in this English version of my video. What I want to say is that the building 1,000 temples in Dalit colonies definitely will welcome, because even Dalits, they need temples, right? There are Hindu brothers even in Dalit colonies, so they need temples. We welcome if you build 1,000 temples. But here the overall purpose is what? For what the overall purpose you are building 1,000 temples in Dalit colonies, and why you are not allowing them to access the temples built by in the normal upper general society? That's most important here, right? So the fundamentally you understand, we need to understand the Ambedkar's ideology before understanding whether this decision to construct 1,000 temples, separate the temples in the Dalit colonies, are right or not. That we need to understand first of all what Dr. B.R. Ambedkar intention is. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar did 3 temple entry movements, like Ambadevi Mandir Satyagraha 1927, Parvati Satyagraha 1929, Kalaram temple entry movement 1930. He did 3 temple entry movements done by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. In these 3 temple entry movements, he did not demand for build as a separate temple. He did not say that, right? Build a separate temple for our Dalits. He did not say that. He said we need access to the mainland temples. You should give us an access to the temples which are accessible by all. There should be equality, dignity, and self-respect. And he asked why Mr. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, you always fight in front of our temples, and then you say that what do you want? He did not say that I want a god to worship. He did not say I want a temple to worship, because they also can build the temples, they also can find the god. But what he said, I want self-respect, dignity, not the religious worship. That's what he said. What is the self-respect and dignity? There is a temple and only few people are allowing. They're saying that Dalits are not allowed into this temple. That's why he said we need a self-respect and dignity. If that is the case, if self-respect is the dignity and self-respect is the case, then what is the purpose of, what is the use of building separate temples in Dalit colonies? You should open access, you should break the walls, you should break the gates and open the access to all the people in Dalit colonies, and then it will be useful for Dalit people to come out of the caste discrimination and caste-based society, and then it will be good, right? That's only what I mean to say that. So the self-respect and dignity, it's not the religion. The assertion that temple entry was a symbolic struggle to gain self-respect and dignity, not a matter of religious worship, reflects the core of the temple entry movement done by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in 1920s and 1940s. This is caste discriminatory restrictions, because there were caste restrictions on the Dalits. That was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar did 2 movements. In these 2 movements reflects that it is self-respect and dignity. It's not the separate temple or separate wall, separate well. Here, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar along with his followers, and he went and drank water from a pond, which is only being used, which was only being used then by the upper dominant community. Then when the dominant community are using this well, and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar went along with followers and they drank the water there. Do you mean to say that Ambedkar doesn't have water then? Do you mean to say that Dalits don't have water? They didn't have any water. They have. See, they even they had the water, right? Otherwise, how would they survive? They had water then. They used to drink water. They survived for thousands of years. Even Dalits survived for Dalits. That means they also had water. But then why? What is this separate going and drinking in the normal well, the general well? That's what he said. His issue is not the water. His issue is not the well. His issue is the self-respect and dignity. That's what Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has argued. Here, and another, this is another incident that took place in his office when Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was drinking water from a pot, and his colleagues told him, you arrange a separate pot for you. He said, no, I'm drinking the water from the same pot where you are drinking. Why would I arrange a separate pot for myself? I'm drinking water, you know how to purify it with your Vedas and mantras, and then you do it. That's what Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said. He did not ask for a separate pot. Now what you people are, Andhra Pradesh government is doing what? Andhra Pradesh government is building a separate temples in this Dalit colonies. Instead of giving access to the normal generalized society temples, and they're building the separate temples. Will it solve the problem of untouchability? Will it solve the problem of bringing out the caste barrier, breaking the barriers of the casteism in Andhra Pradesh? That we don't know, because in Andhra Pradesh, the dominant society is in the large number compared to other states like Tamil Nadu. OC community is very less. Even in Telangana, OC community is comparatively Andhra Pradesh less. But there are around 20 to 30% of dominant caste society in the Andhra Pradesh. The dominant people are in the Andhra Pradesh, the caste-based society. So they were dominating. So they're making all these acts, separate temples, so that Dalits may not come and access in their general temples. That's not right thing, that what I mean to say that, right? And they're saying that why are doing that to stop the conversions? Why do they say? They're not, the Dalits are not converting, not because they don't have temples, not because they don't have God. They can find God. Even in our Hindu society, even a tree, even a stone, anything can be a God, right? So I don't think temple is the reason that Dalits are converting. Self-respect and dignity, that's most important. And again, you are missing that point by this Andhra Pradesh government. And instead of making a few laws according to in the line of Ambedkar and Periyar, in the line of Ambedkar and Periyar, instead of making laws, they are making laws in the line of their own understanding, that we don't know, that what is the base for all this, we don't know. Okay, water well incident, it's not for water but common water well. That's what Ambedkar fought. Ambedkar was told to arrange a separate water pot in the office by colleague, but Ambedkar said, I drink water from the same pot where you drink because I need equality, self-respect and dignity. It's not the religion. That's what Ambedkar said. In the 1920s, when the Justice Party held political, remember how Tamil Nadu and Kerala is doing. Kerala and Tamil Nadu, they made beautiful acts. In the 1920s, when the Justice Party held political power in the Madras Presidency, it passed the Hindu Religious Endowment Act of 1927. Later they renamed it as a Religion and Hindu Religious and Charitable Endowment Act 1947. Both the acts, what they said is, make temples public places to which all have equal access. All should have equal access. Then if that is the case, that the temples have equal access by all, then what is the need of constructing separate temples in the Dalit colonies? You build already there are temples in the villages. These Dalits are not allowed into those temples that which are that belong to upper communities and a dominant community. And you mean to say that these people are converting, so let us build a temple. And I don't think it solves the problem, because the Dalits problem is not not because they don't have temples, because they are not allowed to enter in the other temple. That is what I mean to say. In August 2021, DMK Stalin government, they made one beautiful law he made. He put a scheme that from all castes can become a priest. The state appointed 24 government trained non-Brahminical priest temple administration by the Hindu Religious and Charitable Endowment Department. DMK government under Stalin's father, Karunanidhi, he had taken steps to abolish the hereditary priesthood and ensure equality of opportunities for all to become priests. His father Karunanidhi did